Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Samantha. I'm 28 years old and I live in Ontario, Canada. Over 2 years ago now, I had gastric bypass surgery and that has been the main focus of my YouTube channel so far. In my last video, I took you guys through another day in my life vlogging video, and in today's video, I wanted to talk about a topic that is really important to me. It's another one of those let's talk about videos. And I want to kind of break my own silence on the gaps in support for weight loss surgery patients. This is of course all coming from my experience and the experience of some others that I've spoken with. There's going to be a lot of prefacing before I actually get into this topic, so I would ask that you just hold any comments that you have until you've actually seen the entire video. Before I get into today's topic, I wanted to say thank you and welcome back to my returning subscribers, and of course welcome if you are new. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, you can do so now. I've been posting about once a month as of right now. I'm hoping to do it at least twice a month, so about every 2 weeks going forward. As I've said many times before, I do have a life outside of this. I also have a full-time job. I really do love doing it, so thank you all so much for still allowing me to have this platform and for coming back even when it does take me a little bit longer to post new content. I also wanted to say thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. I say this every time that we reach a new milestone, but I genuinely cannot believe it. I am so excited, and again, I'm just so thankful to be able to share my content and my voice and be able to hopefully make a change in somebody's life. That's all that I've ever wanted to do. At the end of this video, there's also going to be an announcement that I'm going to be making. I'm very excited, but I'm very nervous, but I find that those two feelings often are very much the same and come from the same place. So as anxious as I am to be announcing this, and as anxious as I've been during the buildup of this, I'm very, very excited. So hold out until the end if you'd like to hear my announcement. All right, now that all that is out in the open, I would like to get into today's video. So I wanted to start out by saying that I had my weight loss surgery in Ontario in Canada. It's a free program. The only thing that you have to pay for essentially is the pre-op diet. That's it. That's the only thing that's not covered. Honestly, I'm very, very grateful for this experience. I am so, so grateful that the Ontario government, healthcare, whatever, whoever it is that was in charge of this, the bariatric clinic that I went with, they did a phenomenal job. They did great. They continue to do great. Personally, I know that there is room for improvement in support and care, and more so on the emotional side than anything else. In my experience, I know that we're all very emotional beings. We all have really busy lives. We all have things that we want to do, and I know that myself, I struggled with obesity ever since I can remember. I've always been overweight. I was always overweight as a child. I can remember grade 3 thinking there's a reason that this boy doesn't like me back, and I'm pretty sure that the reason is because I'm fat, because that's what everybody keeps telling me. So that was my label. That was just the person that I was, and I tried really, really hard not to be fat for a very, very long time. And it was always about that. It was always I don't want to be fat anymore. I want to be skinny. It was never, I want to be healthy. I want to have a better relationship with food. I want to conquer my food addiction, my eating disorder. It was never about that. It was always that I just didn't want to be fat anymore. And that was super heavily ingrained in my brain, and obviously something that I still struggle a lot with emotionally. I have a long way to go. I have a lot more work to do, and that's okay. I'm 28 years old, and even if I were 50 years old, it would still be okay if I had a lot of work left to do. There's always time to make improvements, and there's always time to get more support. So for me, this is going to be a bit more negative than I usually am in my videos. As I said, I'm super grateful for the experience that I had, and I do really stand by the fact that my bariatric clinic here in Kingston is fabulous. Those people do a great job. I just don't think that there's a lot of support that can be offered on top of what they're already doing. I don't think that it's easily accommodated, especially in a program such as this where it's free. I don't know what it's like in other parts of the world. I don't know what the support is like in places like the United States. I know that this surgery is not free everywhere, but I did struggle a lot in my journey, and I don't think that that's something that should be hidden. I have never tried to hide anything with my experience before. I am very open about the fact that it did take 2 years in order for me to gain approval for surgery, which is not super standard, but it's also not unheard of. I know other people who have also gone through the same thing and the same type of timeline that I did, and that's okay. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, especially when it's all about gaining approval from your surgeon. They want to make sure that you're the healthiest that you can be. They want to make sure that you're a good candidate and that you're not having the surgery for the wrong reasons, because this is not something that can be undone. So personally, I struggled a lot pre-op. I struggled right the days up until my surgery. I was really anxious, like my hands are freezing right now. Just thinking back to the way that I felt in the days leading up and not feeling like I could reach out to anybody or that I could ask any additional questions for support, that I could really talk to anybody who was going to listen and was going to hear my thoughts and my fears and really help me out in that situation. I mean, I know it's a lot of depending on yourself. No one else is going to do this for you, but it would have been nice to have a little bit of additional support. I've also struggled post-op. I have requested appointments with social workers. I requested appointments with psychiatrists that are on my bariatric team, and I've been denied. I was given an appointment for a social worker about 5 months after I had requested the appointment, which, if you struggle with mental health issues, time is of the essence. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to wait for the social worker appointment, and since being denied for the psychiatrist appointment, I did reach out to my family doctor's office. They set me up with counseling, which is great, but the only unfortunate thing is that I was looking for more bariatric, more obesity focused, food addiction focused, eating disorder focused support, and I didn't receive that. It's a work in progress. I'm sure that I can be connected with the right people, and that's fine, but it's frustrating to go through something like that on your own, and it's frustrating to not really have anybody in your corner who you can reach out to and either just complain about these things with or ask what the next step could potentially be for you. I really am okay with the person that I've become, not just since having weight loss surgery, because that's not the only thing about me that is of note, but I really am happy about the person that I am and who I've been shaped into based off of the cards that I was dealt. I was dealt obesity, food addiction, mental health issues, but also given an entire support system. My family was extremely supportive of me going through this procedure. My then boyfriend, now fiance, was also extremely supportive. All of my best friends, I had a friend that I had worked with and went to high school with, and she had had the surgery. She was my guiding light through the whole thing, and I would be lying if I said that I didn't owe a lot of this to her. But I know not everybody has those people. Not everybody has this group of people in their corner, and I know that I wouldn't have made it here if I didn't have these people with me. There were so many times where I called friends or sent them Snapchats of me crying and saying, I really just want to give up. I'm done. I'm broken down. I've done this, and this. It's not good enough. I'm still not getting approved. We're going on 2 years now. What am I supposed to do? When I went through my pre-op diet and I found out that I was allergic to the shakes that I had been given, I was so frustrated, but I kept going because the people who were in my corner kept telling me, you've made it this far, just a little bit longer. Let's just see what happens. Let's give it a try. And like I said, I know that not everybody is as lucky as I was to have been offered as much support as I was. All in all, I'm really lucky, but I do still want to shine a light on the gaps in support, because I don't really feel like there's a lot of the personal, emotional support that I was looking for while I was going through the process. I had a breakdown in the office of a nurse practitioner on the bariatric team here due to the fact that we could not get my blood pressure to come down no matter what I did, no matter what I was eating, no matter how much water I was drinking. I cut out caffeine entirely, stopped doing everything that we could think of to get my blood pressure to come down, yet the medication that I was being prescribed wouldn't change. The only thing that continuously changed was the dose. And towards the end, I was essentially told, well, this is it. I don't know what you want me to say, because obviously something's not being done here. I was essentially accused of not following the procedure laid out for me by this nurse practitioner, and unfortunately that wasn't the case. I just simply needed the medication to be changed. I've worked as a pharmacy assistant for nearly 10 years now, so I knew how many different kinds of blood pressure medications were available on the market, and I knew people are prescribed these medications all day, every day, but for some reason, this medication couldn't be changed to something else. And unfortunately, the thing that ended up breaking the pattern of increasing the dose of this same medication for some reason was me actually ending up in the emergency room with my blood pressure skyrocketing, and then I was redirected to a different nurse practitioner who eventually changed my prescription for me and actually got me approved by my surgeon. So I was very, very lucky to have come across this person, but like I said, all of this happened because I ended up in the emergency room, and I'm really not sure what would have happened had that not been the situation. To recap, I do feel like there are a lot of gaps in our system here, at least in Ontario, at least by my experience. Could be different at other clinics. I do not want to have a blanket statement, but I do want to say that by the amount of people that have messaged me on Instagram, emailed me to my personal email that is attached with this YouTube channel, and commented on these videos on YouTube, I know there is need for more support for weight loss surgery patients. I can never go back and undo the past. I can never not be bullied as a child. I can never go to prom because I was concerned that I would look too fat in my prom dress. I can never go back and unhave this surgery. But what I can do moving forward is help people to get to be where they want to be, to move forward with this process if that's what you want to do. I really do feel like I've come into my own on this channel, and I have realized the person that I truly want to be, and I want to help people like me. I want to offer the support that's not being offered anywhere else, that I know is needed by people, and I want to kind of make this like my life's mission. I know that I am so much more than weight loss surgery, but this is so important to me, and I've helped people personally in my own life get through this and get to be where they want to be, and I just know that people need this. So because I can't do anything about the past, all that I can do is offer the support that I know I needed at many, many points in my weight loss surgery journey. So my announcement is that I'm starting up a website. It's going to be called Bariatric Mindset Mentor, and I'm hoping to offer support and guidance for people who are going through bariatric surgery. It doesn't matter what stage of your journey you're in, whether you're just deciding to have surgery, whether you've already decided and you're in the pre-surgical stream, or whether you're years and years post-op. It does not matter where you are. I'm going to be there for you. I'm not saying that everybody's experiences are the same, but I have been through my own bariatric journey, and I really would love to help people on a more personal level. This does not mean that I'm not going to be doing YouTube anymore. I'm actually hoping that going through this process will help me to expand my scope on what I'm able to cover on this channel, things that people might need a little bit more help on, and potential new topics that I never thought of before. I know that support groups on Facebook are of course offered everywhere, and they're offered pretty much with any clinic that you possibly could go to. I know that there are also physical and in-person meetings that you can go to, but since COVID happened, I know that my meetings here in my town have actually stopped running. So this service will be offered online. You can go to my website and check out all the details, and I'm so excited to be finally announcing this. I've been working on it for months. The consultations will be offered through Zoom and through Google Meets, or I mean, we can hammer out the details later. It doesn't even have to be a video call. We can just correspond by emails, whatever you'd like, but it will be a paid service. I know that not everybody's up for that, and that's okay, but I've thought about it a lot, and I feel like I do have a lot to offer people, and I want to use that to my advantage. And if this doesn't work out, that's okay. I'm totally fine with that. I just want it to be out there. I want it to be something that I speak into the universe, and whoever comes to me, comes to me. I am not a professional. I'm not licensed. I've not gone through schooling, but you don't have to be a coach or a mentor or a friend. I've never been afraid to say, I can't help you with that, but let me direct you towards someone who can. I would never offer medical advice. I would never offer anything that a dietitian, a nurse, nurse, a social worker, anything that any of those people can provide. So please do not come to me if you're seeking those services, because I can't do that. But what I can offer you is my knowledge of having gone through this process myself. As I said, it's open for anybody. It doesn't have to just be within Canada, but I know that the processes might be a little bit different elsewhere in the world. So if you're not comfortable with that, that's okay. But if you'd like to know more, we can definitely have a conversation about that. I have started up a new email, so you can go ahead and email me anytime with any inquiries that you might have. You can still message me on my Instagram. My username is Samantha_RNY13, or you can leave a comment on this video if you're comfortable doing that as well. If you've made it this far into the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for hearing me out and letting me make my very special announcement about my project that I've been working on. As I said before, I don't want anybody to feel bad or guilted into this in any way, but I'm just so excited to be speaking this into the universe. As I said, I know that whatever is meant for me will come to me. If it's not you, that's okay. If it's nobody, that's okay too. I just want people to know that I'm here all the time, and I really do love the conversations that I have with people over Instagram and in these comments and over emails, and I've just been craving more one-on-one conversations with you guys. I would love to follow people through their entire journey. I personally have done so much research on this surgery and the whole process, and I love it. I think it's so fabulous that other people who suffer the way that I suffered get to have a chance at a do-over, and I would love to be there to help you write your story and to help you find out what your next step's supposed to be and offer you support for things that maybe no one else can offer you. So with that, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for giving me this platform, and for everyone who reaches out to me all the time. As I said, it feeds my soul. It makes me so happy to connect with people on a deeper level, and I just love it. And if that's how it continues, that's totally fine too. I'm totally fine to just have people check in with me every few months and let me know how they're doing, or, you know, check in on my videos and say, hey, thank you so much for this. This is what I needed in this moment. That's fine. I'm just so happy to have the opportunity to help people further. So if this sounds right for you, you can head on over to my website. As I said before, it's www.bariatricmindsetmentor.com, and we can talk more about it there. There's a little contact me section, and you can go ahead and fill out an application, or we could have the initial consultation, whatever you want. The consultation is just there for you to decide whether or not you think it would be a good fit to work with me. And like I said before, if not, that is okay. I'm a human. I understand that different people have different needs and different wants, and that's okay. There is absolutely no strings attached, of course, with the free consultation, with you emailing me to inquire. I'm never going to force you into anything, and I'm never going to make you feel guilty for not wanting to sign up, because that's okay. I'm just so excited for the potential of this. So thank you again. My YouTube channel is not going to become all about my website. It is always going to be there though in the background. As always, if you have any suggestions for future topics, you can leave them here in the comments down below. You can message me on Instagram, or you can email me. Whatever you'd like, I'm always around. I'm always welcome to new ideas, and I'd always like to cover topics that you guys would like to know more about. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.